Thank you very much for praying for the elections. We had the best elections ever, acclaimed by all the people who participated in the elections, the observers who participated in the elections. These were the most credible elections ever held in Kenya. And we want to thank God for that season. Let me also thank you for praying for the government of Kenya and all the people who work with me and all the counties and everybody else. I remind you the words of that were read to us by Pastor Samuel in Galatians 6:9. Do not tire of doing good, for in due season you will reap a reward. So mwendelee kufanya kazi hiyo nzuri ya kuombea taifa letu la Kenya na kuombea mambo yote ambayo tunayahitaji kama taifa na marafiki zetu wale wengine wote. Nataka tu niwakumbushe a few words in Philippians when I was flipping through my Bible. I came across these words that were a blessing to me. And let me read Philippians 2 and verses 3 and 4. Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than himself. Let each of you look out not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of others. I think it speaks to all of us looking after one another and watching not just our interests, but also the interests of others and I know we have a big debate in the country about the cost of living and how we need to reduce the cost of food. But it boils down to what we do as farmers. So as a farmer also, I came down here to look at what I can do to make a contribution to food production in our country so that we can reduce the cost of living. And this year I have purposed that I want to do twice in terms of productivity in my farm, so that I can make my small contribution to producing food in our nation and eventually to reduce the cost of living. I was informed by the Kenya Seed Company that they have sold an extra 200,000 bags, I think, of seed, and they tell me that we will have an extra 200,000 roughly additional acres of land under production this year. And that gives me confidence that going forward, we can actually reduce the number of people who are going hungry and the number of people who are staying without food, and also be able to reduce the cost of living. I ask all of us who are farmers to go out of their way, even as we pray for rains, that we also do what we must do to be able to produce. Because of the situation where we are, we have imported a lot of food. I think beginning this week, it will get to the market. But that is not the solution. The solution is really in making sure that we produce our food locally, because indeed we have the capacity to.